Hey folks, just George here. This time I want to talk a little bit about the Canadian election and just what it's doing to us. This Canadian election cycle, it's destroyed any kind of intelligent debate. There's, there's insults being thrown around everywhere. The CPC supporters call us woke. We call them torpid. It doesn't mean anything. Everyone's running around shouting how much, oh, I love Canada, but not saying why. What do you love about Canada? What is it about them? If we can't talk about specifics and the matters at the core of all this, then we are left with nothing but insults. If we want to get unity ever, we've got to be able to discuss these things at a more meaningful level. So I figure I'm going to start. What the heck? I grew up in the Canadian prairies. That's a wonderful part of the country, but nature there will kill you if you give it half a chance. Not only do Canadians, do we survive there, we thrive there. And it's because of the Canadian values we learn early. This is why I love Canada, because of these values. They mirror my own. When you're living in a harsh climate where you have to depend on your neighbors just to survive, to not die, these values become important. Now, the prime one, the main value, this, for any of you CPC folks that are listening, you're going to bristle at this, but please just don't. Just listen a little bit and hear what I've got to say. Because the prime Canadian value, the one that all else flows from, is what people now everywhere seem to want to call woke. And I'm proudly woke. I mean, here, yes. But really, when I was growing up, it was just the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. And really, the golden rule does basically say it all. But let's break these down a little bit further because it does lead to others that are important and need to be, I feel like I want to say them specifically. These are the Canadian values I share. These are the Canadian values I love. Equality. And not just that all people are born equal. That's a popular saying. All people's lives have equal value. Not just when they're born, through their life, regardless of your socio-economic status, your race, your religion, your gender, or lack thereof, your orientation. I'm sure I'm missing other things. All those little individual factors that make us unique human beings. None of those change the fact that every human life has equal value. And along with equality comes equity. All Canadians are offered the same opportunities to thrive and succeed. If one Canadian has an unfair leg up due to socioeconomic status or other things, then we take measures to level that playing field. Make sure that everyone has an equitable chance at a good life in Canada. Inclusivity. Anyone who embraces our Canadian values, who's not here to undermine or damage our nation, they're welcome and appreciated in Canada. They're included. We don't put people out because of their differences. We don't other. Integrity. Canadians say who they are and what they are, and then they live up to it. Canadians' opinions and decisions may change as they receive new, valid, verified information, but they know their core values and they stand by them. Honesty. Canadians don't lie. We keep our word. It's as simple as that. And humility. All of us, all Canadians, we're all flawed human beings. No better than anyone else. None of us can be at our best by ourselves. We need to learn where we fit into our teams and accept those roles with gratitude and humility. Compassion. Canadians have empathy for those who are more vulnerable than themselves. We pay attention to what people need and will lend a hand out or a hand up if you're in a spot where you need help. This is an important one. Rejection of exploitation or abuse. Canadians believe in a fair and balanced society. We do not mistreat others to gain our goals or our pleasures. We work inclusively and collaboratively to ensure that everyone involved gains equally from our endeavors. Joy. Canadians are filled with joy for what we have achieved together, what we've done with this country. That's why we are so proud of it. Hope. Canadians have hope for the better world we're building together. We know we can do it. And love. Life has no meaning if you're driven by hatred, greed, fear, and self-loathing, as some are in the world today. I won't mention the most obvious example. He's not a Canadian. But Canadians understand that to make our lives the best they can be, we need to love our neighbors and ourselves. So there you have it. Canadian values and my values. If you share these values, regardless of what party you're supporting, we can sit and discuss how the policies of all the parties enhance these values or detract from them. We can have an informed discussion around, do the policies support our values? It's a lot better than just sitting here and throwing party slogans back and forth at each other. We can work together, see past our biases, and find the leadership that Canadians want and deserve. Now, if you disagree with these Canadian values, we can maybe discuss where the variance is and why, maybe still find some common ground. But in the end, if you do not share these Canadian values, if you're here with different values, if you're looking to undermine and replace our values with a more selfish, self-centered creed, then you're working to destroy the country I love. And I will stand up against that with all that I have. Should we talk? Ball's in your court. Thanks, folks. I hope this clarifies for you a little bit where I stand and hopefully where you stand on the issue of Canada and why we love it. Please remember to hit the subscribe button before you leave, because there will be more and more of these coming out. If you've got something meaningful to add, please leave a comment. If you just want to call me an idiot, I don't see the point, but if it makes you feel better, have at, leave the comment anyway. That's about all for now. Till next time, just George, signing off.